Peace, love, and light. And in this video, I want to talk about love. And I want to say that love is our natural state of being. But I want to talk about masculine and feminine energy, um, or male and female energy. But I think it's better to say masculine and feminine energy. Or maybe better to say male and female. We'll see. But I want to say I want to say this: women descend in love, and men ascend in love. And the reason why I say that is because, again, men, their highest point is their ego. So when it comes to loving, they can only ascend. So when they bring love in one, when they bring love into their life, they go up levels. They come up. They don't go down when it comes to love. When they actually love something, whether it be themselves or whether it be a woman or whatever they choose to love. No judgment on anybody. Excuse me. Whenever they choose to love, they ascend in love. Where women, when they choose to love, because love is truly their natural state of being. When they choose to love, they descend, they go down, because that's just the way it is. They don't go up, because to love somebody, they either go down towards their ego, they go down to their sacral, or they go down to a root. And I want to say, and I was in one of my frequency classes where we were doing some vocal toning and two, and we were having a conversation after the class about the chakras, because we do our vocal toning focusing on the chakras. And I think all of the women, I think the women that were in the class, they were saying that they have issues grounding, but they are very strong in their upper chakras, and they're very connected to the spiritual, but they have a lot of like dense or heavy energy in their lower chakras where they're not grounded. I think I said that correctly. And again, I'm kind of doing this off of memory, but I can't remember the actual words that they use at this point. But they felt that they weren't grounded because of whatever reason. And I was thinking about it after the class. Like, this may have been like days after the class, but women release a lot of their root chakra energy through their menstrual cycle. And in losing a lot of their root chakra energy, it causes them to not feel grounded. It causes them not to feel, all the things of your root chakra, as far as like being safe and secure. And they're in a constant state of survival. They feel like they're being attacked all the time. Well, and this is not unjustified by any means. I will not say that women don't suffer to a certain degree as far as their energy being taken advantage of, but they are in a constant state of survival, where they have either a man like protecting them, or they look to a man to protect them, or to like save them from something. In some cases, I want to say not all cases, because women can be very much independent. Women can take care of themselves in numerous ways. But I'm saying that a lot of the times that's what it is. They look for that masculine energy to protect them, to help them in that particular area, because men are very strong in that area. Men are oftentimes very connected to the earth, or they're very grounded. They're very connected to their root chakra area, and they're much stronger in the root chakra area because again the root chakra is much more physical than say for instance the crown chakra. So they're more strong in their root chakra energy, and they're more strong in like their ego as well. But I think another point where they meet is where their sacral area is, and the reason why they meet there is because of the what the sacral chakra represents, and that's why I say that women descend when it comes to love. Like in movies such as The Mummy, where you have like the I think they're oracles in the Mummy, where she said that she would lose her powers if she were to have sex or fall in love with a man. That's what women go through because of them like falling in love with men and to have sex with a man or have sexual relations period, because that's their energy being taken away from them, and having their energy taken away from them causes them to feel ungrounded. It causes them to feel like not whole in a way, because they constantly have to like recreate during their like menstrual cycle. Like so it's like a constant cycle of creating and destroying, like creation and destruction. This goes into the idea of Scorpio as well. Like, and this is another reason why I say like the cycles that we go through is in this area, and this is how this is why we stay stuck in lifetime after lifetime. Women are very, very, very spiritual, scientific. Like you can learn a lot by just like studying like different things about a woman. And they are over this. They are I want to say like on a different level than men because they have this going on inside their bodies. We have this as men. We go through this on a physical level. We live in this world in a different way than a woman. Like we don't have the ability to understand and connect to the cycles as much as a woman, but we have the ability to observe it in a different way. Like we live it. They basically create. I don't want to say created. They're connected to it in a better way and than a man is, unless he is someone who studies that type of stuff. And within them having it going inside of them, they understand it a bit more. But they don't. But they may not be conscious of like the level that I want to say a man would understand it. They don't understand it in the way that a man would understand it. I'm not gonna say that women don't understand it because that would be like them saying they don't understand their bodies, and I can't make a general blanket statement like that and feel confident to say enough to say that because that would be foolish on my part. I want to say that they have a different understanding of it, and it may be much more advanced than even I can even comprehend at this point, even in my journey. But this is why I say that they would descend in love because they have to focus on doing that, like the creation and destruction of something month in and month out. Whereas men, they don't have to think about that. The only way that they think about it is living the cycle of death and rebirth, and they would do it like on a physical level. Like they would live their full lives like that until they gain the level of consciousness that causes them to rise up and to see the cycle in a different way, and they're able to see the cycle they're able to embody the cycle in a way that allows them to be more connected with it. But it takes some real dedication. It takes some real self-love for them to be able to raise their energy up and to understand that the cycle isn't something that you're meant to just be in and not understand. Because even like, I want to say that the eggs in a woman's fallopian tubes are not conscious of the fact that they're eggs, and they don't know what they could possibly be until they gain that light. And in gaining the light that they gain, they're able to start to develop into things that become physical, that manifest into this world. But men have to bring that light up, 11:11. They have to bring their light up to cause their awareness to glow, to shine. And it has to be in this area where the light comes to. And in having the light come to this area, to ascend to this area, you're able to see the cycle, and it's no longer in darkness. Because you have to remember that the darkness is it's inside of it's inside of the womb exists inside of darkness. Or what's inside of the womb exists inside of darkness. And you can think of life as being inside of inside of a big womb, where we don't understand the purpose of life. We don't understand what life really is. And in not understanding what life really is, we're inside of darkness. And we don't understand that we are the light. Once we come to the understanding that we are the light, we treat ourselves differently. We don't allow darkness to come inside of us as freely as we did before. And we're able to do the necessary work to make sure that we are the thing that shines, and the thing that gives off the light. And we're able to see the cycles for what they are. We become basically like the sun. And in becoming like the sun, we're able to interact with the moon. The moon represents the mother in this instance. And it's almost like we connect the sun with the moon and cause like the eclipse. And we're able to use that energy as almost like a portal to another side. And it causes us to be able to just do different things, because we don't have the planets ruling over us again. It's so funny because me and one of my coworkers were talking today, and he was telling me about his brother, and his brother is born on 888. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we talked about this, but I didn't actually look it up. And but he may be right about this, and I can't remember the exact date for the Lionsgate, but I believe that he and I said that it was on that day. And his birthday is 88888. So basically, we were having a conversation, and he said that no planet is ruling him, because he's connected to the sun and the moon, because his moon is the moon, and his sun sign is the sun. So he doesn't have any planets ruling him. And it's just funny how that connected to this very moment. But yeah, we're able to go into different realms, because everybody looks to the solar eclipses, but they don't necessarily understand them. But that's a very significant time. Like that helps us a lot, like as far as the energy is concerned on the planet. But we don't and it's so weird. Like I think the last I can't remember when the last big eclipse was, but during the eclipse, people were like they were wanting to look at it, but you had to get like shades and stuff like that, and getting the shades, you were able to look at the eclipse, but it's like still this kind of like odd fear of the sun and the moon being close to each other. Like it'll cause like some type of some type of blindness within inside of you, which is foolish because for one, the sun and the moon exist inside of you, and the sun and moon has been here before you were born, and it was connected to you when you were born. And another cool thing about that I learned about the zodiac and like natal charts and how it connects to us is I was listening to another conversation because I was at this festival, and this guy and this woman were talking, and she was talking about the natal charts, and he was listening, but he really didn't. I want to say he hadn't had his natal chart done because he said he didn't have a purpose for doing it, but he basically he said something that was so profound that I never thought about, but he was saying that the way that we come out of the womb affects is how did he say it? It affects the gravitational pull. Our natal chart is affected by the gravitational pull of the way that we come out of the womb. Something to that degree. But it was really interesting the way he said it, and it made a lot of sense because we do have the magnetism inside of us, and it does connect to things around us. Like we have natural magnetism that attracts and draws things in. Like we have a north and south pole inside of us that many people don't necessarily acknowledge. But yeah, that's neither here nor there, and that may be another topic for another video. But in this, I just really want to talk about how women naturally would descend in love, and men naturally would ascend in love. But love is our natural state of being. Like love represents so much, so many things. Like it represents oneness, but it also represents connection. It also represents like healing and all kinds of things that we don't acknowledge. But love is far more than physical. It's far more than what we've been taught as far as like watching like TV, and even not even necessarily watching TV because that's on another level too, but watching like society, like as we grow up, we have these ideas about love. Like it's so funny. Like one of my nephews, he's trying to figure out love, and I could tell like this is I'm gonna try to do what I can to kind of help him like with keeping his energy up. But I can tell that his eyes are starting to divide. Like he's starting to see different things. Like he's starting to see like male and female. He's starting to see like that these things are one thing, but they're also separate. And with them being separate, he's having his eye be divided, and his energy is starting to kind of like go down because he's just he's getting older, and it's like kind of like a natural progression when you're growing up. You observe things and you learn things via your observations, and he's learning that there is supposed to be like some type of connection between males and females, but he's seeing like the physical representations of it, and in seeing the physical representation of it, he's like comparing certain things. Like for instance, he on two occasions actually, he I guess he's like a little matchmaker because he still has that heart chakra energy open, and he sees that me and his aunt have like the same phone, and no, with this one he said that me and his aunt had the same code on our phone, which is probably it's probably not true. But if it's true, it's just like it's some type it's a weird like anomaly. But then another situation, he we were in a store and he saw this woman and he talked to he said to me that me and his mother, well, me and her had the same phone. And he asked me have I ever been married after that. And then I asked him why he asked me that, but I can't remember what he said after that, um for whatever reason. But and I'm not trying to give too much information away about my sister and her guy. But they have the same phone, and I can tell that he's trying to figure out why men and women are together and what they do together and things of that nature. And he's trying to draw his little conclusions. He's trying to figure out what it is that men and women, I guess, represent and why we are together and why we have to be together and things like that. I can tell he's trying to figure that out. And in a way, I think it's kind of, cool that he wants to learn those things, but I don't think it's cool that he's learning those things now, and he's learning those things without the proper communication that he needs to really understand it. And it's not again, it's no judgment on my sister or her guy or whatever. It's just that I can tell that he's trying to figure these things out. And it's just the fact that I'm just very observant of things, that I can see these things kind of clearly. But I can tell that he doesn't have the proper communication to really understand those things, and he asks me a lot of questions, and I'll tell him like answers to many things. I'll tell him the answers to many things, but I don't want him to like look to me for answers. I want him to really look to himself. But what I want to do is try to help him understand that his energy is important, and the energy that he gives to someone else is important. And if he doesn't understand the energy of himself, he'll give his energy away freely and not understand why he's doing it. And he'll think that that's what life is about, and that's not really what life is about. And basically that's what I want to say. Like, if he focuses, because since he's bringing like that energy down from the like from his spiritual level, like he's bringing it down from his spiritual level to the physical. He doesn't see that it's more than that. And I forgot what I was getting ready to say a little bit, but he doesn't see that it's more than that. He doesn't see that it's not about physical. It's about more than that. So his energy wouldn't be going up, or it wouldn't be balancing out. It's actually going down because he's thinking that it has to be a physical thing when it's more so a spiritual thing that he needs to be seeking. And I don't want to say needs to be seeking. I want to say that it would be more important in the long run if he cultivated the energy in a different way than just focusing on the physical, because it'll cause him to lose a connection with himself that he would come to the realization of probably later on in life, as I myself did. And that's just something that I would help anybody with that, if I can. I don't want to say that I'm gonna like save him from it. The only thing that I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna just be like wisdom to him, like to help him with understanding that that's way more important than like having like the same phone, and it's way bigger than anything that he can physically see. But yeah, but that's basically it. Like men ascend in love because love is above their normal state of being, and women descend in love because love is lower for love for anybody else is love for anything outside of themselves is lower than themselves. And the reason why I say anything outside of themselves is because I don't know if I can remember exactly how I thought of this, but the reason why I say is love for anybody outside of themselves is because it's somebody that they would have physically met that is not connected to them. But with them creating children, they they're still able to have that love. Like it balances out because it's something that they created within inside of themselves. Even though they had the assistance of someone else, they still created it within inside of themselves, and it's a reflection of the love that they have for themselves that they have in the child or the children that they create. So it will be like a connection still. Like it will still be love. They will be able to balance out their love, but I want to say that their love will still be affected because they've created something physical that still affects their energy. Like it would affect their energy because a part of their energy is now inside of the world that they don't have full control over, and they don't have or they may not have the proper tools as far as information to fully balance that out, because you can balance out even that energy, like energy that you give out. Like when you feel like you give out energy, you can balance the energy that you give out by accepting that you have given off this energy, and you gave off that energy for a reason, and the reason that you gave off that energy helped you create the thing that you created. But that's just my off the top of the head explanation for it. But they can honestly balance that energy out, and I do honestly believe that they would have to balance that energy out. But and that's the same thing with that's the same thing with men. Like with anything that you create, you would have to balance the energy out because a part of you feel like you've lost it, but you have to understand that you're still capable of creating things differently and better than that. But you have to have that connection with yourself. But yeah, I just kind of with this one, I really I've been thinking about this for a while, and I wanted to create it weeks ago for two reasons. One, it appeared in my mind, or it just came up out of nowhere. I think from conversation, and then I saw a tweet on Twitter that that reminded me of the exact thing that I wanted to tweet, which has happened a lot on Twitter. But it took me some more time to like really sit with this idea and to really try to figure out how I wanted to talk about it. But I'm glad I finally did, because now I can focus my energy on something else. Like something I've noticed, like with sharing, I'm able to release like a lot of the things that are being held down. And since I'm able to release a lot of the things that are being held down, I'm able to get more energy and to understand things faster or more efficiently. Like it gets incorporated quicker, or it gets understood quicker. Like the communication is sped up because I'm sitting in front of the camera talking about these things that are inside of me, or that I've thought about, that I don't necessarily have use for other than like sharing a lot of the times. or yeah, I think my purpose for it is to share it. So that's why I get in front of the camera with a lot of these ideas and share them, because they are worth sharing. And the ones that I don't feel are necessarily for me are the ones that I feel like can help more people just by sharing them. Like this one was helpful to me, but a lot of the information in it, I feel like can help other people. So it's one of the reasons why I wanted to create this video. And I really hope that it helps somebody, like, regardless of who it is. But with that being said, I want to say that I love you. I appreciate you for being someone who is interested in listening to this message, because this message can help someone. And I want to say that I love you, and I appreciate you. Anyway, I hope that you have a great day.